Hello, welcome to I think it's race 4, isn't it? Race 4 of the T16 116 of qualifying around Okayama, the beautiful track of Okayama. Hello, Henry.
Hello.
Can you imagine a week going by without any technical problems?
I can't. One day maybe. I mean, maybe all it takes is, you know, just better technical problem mitigation. Maybe that's what we need.
You're trying to say we should prepare?
No, that's of course not.
No,
why would we do
scared
that? No. Just quicker on foot thinking. And
You saw Colin going to
I think he was just ending his lap though. That was the outside of T1. Yep. So my game's still running at 30 FPS for some reason. I think I've figured out why. I will try and fix it between qualifying and the rest. So I installed. So actually, as it so happens, it's Andy's fault again. He wanted me to try the drone camera. And it seems that the drone camera app, even when I turn it off, is dynamically changing the focal distance of the game to whatever the camera is pointing at, which it's not designed to do, and it makes the game run really badly. And I can't make it stop. I think I need to turn off the app in Content Manager. So yeah, very cool app. Definitely disable it if you want to do anything other than use it. If it is that, we'll find out. So Alex is already breaking into the 129s, which is quicker than any of the practice laps we've seen this week. So looks like Alex is going to be nice and competitive this week, as he always is. And Chris has already topped him, so okay, we're going to be having a close fight then, it looks like, for P1.
Which
again, these qualifying
like
sessions, qualifying sessions are very long, so we'll hopefully see the times tumble a little bit further than that as well. As Alex improves his lap again, I think. No, he just showed up again on my leaderboard for some reason. I'm not sure.
No, I don't think he will do. Still on a lap. Well, according to my timings right now, he's 20 seconds down on his best lap, which I feel like I'm not going to believe that.
Must be on an out lap or something. Or going very slowly.
Or, the more reasonable thing, my overlay thing is telling lies.
Yeah, well mine is currently telling me that James is 2 minutes and 14 seconds up. Although,
As
actually,
James... I mean, he might have been.
I think he was.
We've got a battle of the Jameses again.
Settled in. Yeah, we've got 21 drivers on the server right now, so a good showing this week so far. We have got currently 3 drivers not connected, but I think we should be seeing at least one of them, because I've seen them around practicing earlier today.
Yeah, I think I saw on the Discord that someone has had to dip out. Not sure about the other person, but with 24 people connecting, you can always expect people being a no-show. So, because Brad going across the line, doesn't look like he's gonna. I don't know if he improved. I think he's going across the line now. He does. He improves into P9. 23 minutes remaining in this. Callum's improved as well. In this session, as Stu crosses the line now, proves to P11 with a 1:33.1.
Juan 33 point Juan.
I'm juggling between 2 different drinks right now.
What have you got?
We got Stella and wine, Merlot.
Oh, the true combination.
I feel like such an old person, ready to beat my wife.
Excellent. I have a nice simple.
I would like to remind us this stream is definitely sponsored by EmperorService.com.
Well, what you do in your free time is up to you.
Officer.
Oh, and that's a spin on the pit straight.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They've managed
Paul Harrison done well to go around that. He actually puts in a 4th place lap while avoiding the spinning Porsche. Well, not Porsche.
Excellent.
It might have been the Porsche.
That might have cost him a little bit of time, but he dodged it pretty well. Oh, and Bobby's up into P3.
Yeah, Bobby was in P3 just before Paul pipped him, and then he's taking it back as he goes back to the pits.
So Bobby's looking pretty quick
ready
today.
for
It's
this
about 4/10 up on Alex in P2, but we do usually see a pretty big gap from Chris and Alex to the rest of the pack. Although actually, in practice at least, Andy was
he was
up there, but currently in P7. So hopefully got a bit more pace to show us later in this session.
As usual, and he does have a list of excuses.
Yeah, I'm sure. Is he hungover or drunk this week? It's usually
neither. He hasn't blamed it on the alcohol this week.
Oh, okay.
He's blamed it on
What
the
is it?
burritos.
On the burrito.
Said he's eating his own weight in burritos.
If there's something you could do that might slow you down for a race, I feel like burritos are a pretty good trade.
And apparently his mind is so used to ACC now that he's going to have to get used to AC now.
Ah, so he's been doing some driving in ACC.
Apparently.
Very interesting.
Like James Gray getting a P11. Big increase for him from what he had before, but I think that was probably his second lap. Well, second competitive lap. As Philip also improves a lot, because P13, not quite sure where he was before, but it's a good lap for Philip. Alex got across the line now, didn't improve. Well, he might have improved, but not improve on the lap times as Chris is actually in P1 still. Oh, it's only 500ths.
Yeah, 500ths between them, very impressive. So it is going to be a close fight there. I'm looking forward to seeing that one here. Actually, I think we're close all the way down. The top 10 are all within a just over a second out of the best lap right now. So very competitive times at the moment. And that's one of our missing drivers. So Juiced has connected to the server.
See, did the thing that I did. Pronounce it as juiced.
Is it not juiced?
Apparently it's not juiced.
What is it then?
I think it's used.
Juiced.
But luckily he wasn't here last week, so I didn't have to pronounce his name. I saw on Discord the week before that he was laughing that I pronounced it juiced.
I think as people from West Yorkshire, we have an excuse to pronounce things however we want.
Also, are you watching the stream, by the way?
I have the chat up.
Okay.
But not the stream.
Because I have a new camera angle.
New camera angle?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The one disappointed camera angle.
Oh, do I need to open it?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm having a look. Oh. Okay. I'm on.
There you go.
I don't know how big the delay is. Yep. That does look very disappointed. Currently having a look at Chris Redmond, our P1 sitter at the moment, coming across the line and improving his time again.
Oof! Oof! Almost 3 tenths up on Alex.
To 3 tenths, yeah.
How will Alex respond? Find out next week.
Hopefully with another fast lap.
Hopefully not, because we like people beating Alex. Alex is currently the Lewis Hamilton of the group.
Somebody else who'll be out for redemption today is the current current P5 sitter, because Callum just took P4. Current P5 sitter Martin, unfortunately last week had internet problems that led to him disconnecting from the server.
No.
And so he'll be hoping this week to claw back some points, and doing very well at the moment in P5 in qualifying.
Yeah, nice looking lap by Callum, who was complaining earlier. He's not very fast on this track in these cars.
You were saying that to me as well the other day. Obviously he was wrong.
Yeah, it's just another Callum thing.
Very fast. Yeah.
Still on board with Bradley Ward. Coming across the line now. Is he going to improve from P13? No, he is not. What a disappointment. Martin, no, Martin is definitely going to improve. Goes into P3. The 130.1, I think it was. And still 6 tenths off the P1. But a bit more competition coming into the mix.
That was only Martin's 5th lap as well. The two guys in 1st and 2nd have finished 7 laps in this session, so we still might see him improve, although we still might see them improve as well. Somebody's very wide on the last corner there. That was Ian.
Oh, they got Pete as well going up into P4. It's all happening in the top 5, top 6 area. Lots of
We're seeing
jousting.
A lot of position swaps, a lot of very, very small gaps between those guys. I mean, 3rd to 4th is 700ths, and then 300ths to 5th, and then 600ths to 6th. So those guys all on a very similar pace at the moment.
Still 16 minutes remaining in this qualifying session. Oh, was that a firework?
Yeah, apparently it's
it's bonfire night
come early in Queensbury, yeah. And interestingly, our top 4 cars, all different manufacturers. We've got Audi, Lamborghini, Nissan, and McLaren in that order, topping the charts right now.
That is a fact. That is an interesting fact, although right behind them are 4 McLarens.
That is true. The McLarens are dominating the upper half of the mid-pack currently.
They're good, but not that good. Very fun track, Okayama, isn't it? We've done it a lot. Oh,
yeah.
Jesus Christ, Hasib. Touches the grass.
And then touches the wall.
Nice little kiss with the barrier. Aaron is going to sit and think about...
forward by a kiss. Good.
Think about his actions and then go back to the pits and work out what he did wrong and probably do it in the race.
I think Okayama is going to be interesting in these cars. It's not the easiest circuit to make moves on, I think, but it should offer up some interesting racing. It's not too difficult that you're gonna, that I don't think we'll see as many mistakes as we did 2 weeks ago. But it's still tricky to drive just by itself, so it should be quite an interesting one. A couple of good overtaking opportunities, of course. Going into T1, quite a good chance there. Turn 4, good chance.
You've got turn numbers
not bad either. I do actually have the names of those corners. The first corner of Okayama is called First Corner, which I think is quite good, quite inventive. The rest of them have proper names. Oh no, last corner's called Last Corner as well.
Wow.
I thought that was quite funny. Maybe towards the end of the qualifying session,
definitely
we'll force somebody on board for a lap.
I knew this before. The Atwood curve is a great overtaking opportunity as well, and it makes things interesting because they're long straight after the Atwood curve.
Atwood, going into the hairpin at T5.
It's called hairpin. Yeah.
We do see a lot of in our races at least, people kind of starting the move on T4 and then running too wide down that straight and then trying to complete the move into turn 5. So I think we might get a little bit of that today.
Who's Mike Knight?
Who is who? Mike
Knight. There's a corner named after him.
Oh, Mike Knight corner. I'm not sure. I can find out though.
That would be something for you to do. I feel like we probably missed stuff, but Chris still P1, Alex still P2 with the same gap. One of them improving on their lap times. Martin P3 still. Pete, I think, has always been in P4. Bobby has gone into P5. I think that's a... Wait, it's not. Oh, wait. No, it's not. Callum is in the pits in P6. Definitely not improved because I think he's still got the same gap. Oh, P3 goes to Pete. Very good lap by Pete there. Who goes over Martin. Bob with Philippe now. Saying it with a bit of an accent because I know he's British, but... Is he?
Sorry? Who?
Philip.
Don't know. I don't know why I asked. Because I don't know. On Mike Knight.
Yeah.
Mike Knight is a racing driver. British racing driver.
Oh.
And actually, a lot of the circuits around, and I don't know why I didn't notice this, but a lot of the corners around Okayama are named after famous racing drivers. So you've got Williams.
Yep. Moss.
Yep. For Jonathan Williams, and then Moss for Sterling Moss. Hobbs.
Hobbs
for
and Shaw.
David Hobbs. Atwood for Dickie Atwood. Piper, David Piper. Redman, Brian Redman. There you go.
Got Revolver.
I don't think that's after a driver. Don't know.
What about first corner?
That's named after the famous British racing driver, First Corner.
Mike first corner.
Michael First Corner. It's like Michael Fassbender. Yeah, I don't know why the corners are named after British racing drivers. That is interesting for a circuit in Japan. But who knows? And actually some of those drivers participated in the opening ceremony of the track in November 1990.
Oh.
There you go. Bit of trivia.
Oh,
how's our order going?
Jesus
Have we had any... Oh no, Chris is still leading the session. Oh dear.
Dave. P15. Good job, Dave. We're on board with Martin, who lost out on his P3. Hoping to get it back. Not much, definitely not much difference. 0.003 of a second between Pete and Martin. So, definitely look like he will try to get, but ooh, that lockup didn't sound great. But who knows? Maybe a good time for Martin. Is it going to be a good time? We'll wait for the Nissan to cross the line. No, it's not. Not a great time. Oh, okay. Oh, yep.
That's one way to finish the lap.
Does one for the cameras. I like it.
And we got it as well. That's a rarity. Oh, and it looks like Callum's falling down the order a bit.
Yeah, Paul
taking 6th place.
Also does the same thing. It's a nice little gravel trap there for people who want to go back to the pits. I feel like I'm gonna jump the gun, Henry. The Autocam doing quite well. I feel like it's not favouring the small battles on quality, even though they're not battles.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
It's like,
have you changed it since last week?
But it's like actually going to people that are going to cross the line.
Yeah.
Like Dave Gill right now, who goes to P12.
Excellent. Yeah, it is doing. Hopefully we see the same stuff as each other in the race.
Yeah, I mean,
so
Hasib, according to me, Hasib is 1.2 seconds up. Is Hasib going to improve?
That's a good improvement.
P18 for Hasib. Good job, lad.
Yeah. I saw some of the guys talking and saying that, Hasib's pace has actually improved quite a lot recently, but he now, I think, posted and said that he's trying to get the consistency down. That's kind of his next step.
Exactly the thing you want to do in an hour-long race. We've got Adam McQueen, I think, has gone around the last corner with 3 tenths up on his current lap. Is he going to improve much? Is he going to get above Ferg? No, he's not. Does improve in his lap, though, I think. Sticks in P20.
Only 300ths behind Ferg now, so another close gap.
Stu is also 3 tenths faster than his lap. He's going to improve as well. And getting to P21 as we've seen a lot right now. People doing weird things on the first corner after do a faster lap.
I think it's when the excitement kicks in and they forget the brake pedal.
Yeah, that happens to me as well. As we're on board with Philip right now, is 1 minute and 17 seconds slower than his fastest lap. Definitely on. And wait, no, it's fixed itself. He's 17 seconds faster than his.
I also don't think that's correct. As per my timings, he's on a 3 minute and 18 second lap right now.
Yeah, so I think
that is definitely.
I think it's flipped. Yeah, it's flipped over and gone. Wait a minute, he can't be that slow. And then not think about the out lap.
Actually, according to my other timings, he is on a flying lap. So who knows?
And it coming around the last corner, 3 tenths up. Oh, he's going to lose a bit on the last corner. 2 tenths. 3 tenths. Improves. It goes P5. Good lap by Andy. Shows how close the top, well, from P3 to probably P8, P8, P9 maybe. Philip also goes up to P15. Tell you what, I praised Okayama last week. I'm going to praise Okayama again. He's showing me some very nice stuff. Maybe it's because I was very drunk last week and I didn't even realise. Jesus Christ.
Right. So Chris has just gone onto an outlap. So as he
did
comes,
Chris go faster? Or did Alex go? I think Chris went faster.
I guess so.
Because it's almost a 5/10 difference between him and Alex.
There is, yeah. So Chris is on an outlap. I think when he comes around to cross the line, should we go on board with him for a lap?
Hold. Because
Andy
Andy Turnbull is on a lap. He's just slightly fucked that corner up because he lost his back end, but he's still up on his best lap. Oh, is he going to lose a bit? He is. But as we come round the last corner right now, is he going to improve on his best lap? Looks like he's going to hit the gravel. He's going to hit the gravel. Looked also good, and he rage quits to the pits.
He's thrown it.
And then, right, so we're going to go on board with Chris. Let's stay on board with Chris. Henry, you talk us through it while I go for a piss.
Yes, let's go for a lovely lap around Okayama. He's just coming round to the final corner now. Takes the apex nicely. So we're going down the pit straight at Okayama. Not the longest straight on the track, but pretty long. Coming down, it'll probably be braking, between the line and the bridge there. Taking T1 nice and wide on the exit. You can really get on the power there and run through, and then a bit of a lift and a small blip of the brakes into Williams. Coming up towards the Moss S. This will be flat easily in these cars. No worries. Braking hard into the Atwood curve. Hugging the inside there and getting on the power. Maybe a little late, I would say, but who knows? He's probably quicker than me. Onto the back straight. Trying to get a cheeky little draft there from somebody letting him through. Gotta get everything you can, and another very heavy braking zone into the hairpin. Collects it nicely there. That hairpin unsettles the car, the curb on the inside, so you don't want to touch that. And then through turn 6 into Piper turn 7, hitting those apexes nicely, using all of the track on the exit. And now we're going uphill through Redmond. Again, a couple of winding hairpin corners here. Compromises his line into the second corner, but that's okay because this is the important exit now into the Mike Knight corner. Using all of the curb there, he's really got some good balance in that Audi. And then through last corner, back onto the straight.
Going to improve to 15 milliseconds slower.
And a little bit down, but still...
Yeah.
Still a faster lap than the P2 car currently.
3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this qualifying. So we've got Dave improving, I think. Who is still going around. And I think I snuck into the the last VOD, and I remember you saying during qualifying, people are probably using this time to practice for the race. I think some people might be doing that right now, as we've only got 2 minutes remaining, and it going to nice and okay.
God.
Why every time I'm about to fucking give Andy some credit, goes wide and hits the grass.
Looked like he was on the medium tyre there, so as you say, he might be just trying to do a little bit of medium tyre running. I feel like they'll probably be qualifying on the softs here, but I don't know that for sure.
Did see some insight on the Discord though. Some people might be starting on softs.
Right.
Some people might be doing a single stop.
And we're seeing a lot of people now starting to really push the limits and get out wide onto the grass, trying to find that little bit of extra time they're missing.
Prove and the point is Andy Turnbull. As he goes off road, we've got Stu coming around the last corner, I think? Nope. Nope.
Stu's at the beginning of the lap still. This is...
Yeah, it's going to come up to the...
Atwood curve.
Yeah, Atwood curve.
Oh, yes.
A very interesting corner, as it's a bit... I really like this corner, because it's uphill, and it troubles your brakes a bit, and then you've got all this long straight coming after. He's 5 tenths up on his lap right now. Stu in P21 right now. How much can he improve? 5 tenths in front of him is Adam. Can he get above Adam into P20? That is the question he's asking himself. As he's lost 2 tenths maybe. No. Maybe. No. Yep. Lost 3 tenths almost.
He's got to... Oh, no. Oh, well, he's in the barrier. Going to be kicking himself there after gaining 5 tenths in practically the first 3 corners. Good evening, Gabby.
Yeah. Welcome, Gabby.
Hope you're doing well.
Fortunately, this time it is on YouTube rather than the Twitch, because apparently Restream doesn't want me to to do it on Twitch. But yeah, every Sunday is the race, Gabby. You should know that by now.
And the timer is out for qualifying, so we're going to see the cars that are currently on track finishing the laps, and then that's going to be the end of the session.
Doesn't look like Pete's going to improve and Brad's going to go off the track. Hit the gravel trap. Looks like his qualifying is over. Alex Ball now. Duff is going to be improving. Will it be enough? Doesn't look like it's going to be. It might be enough. He's going to hold my breath. It's not enough.
No.
Not enough.
A good improvement there, brings himself up to within 2 tenths of Chris, but still Chris,
2 tenths.
That's a big old gap.
Nice
at the end of the
little
qualifying
gap
section.
on board with Martin Bouchan right now. Another of the names that me and Henry apparently couldn't pronounce. He comes around the corners that I've forgotten the name of. The second to last corner now. As it comes around the last corner, the very easy name to remember. In the Nissan or GTR, he's going to lose a bit of time. I don't think he's going to improve his Martin P4. Oh, he's going to do he's got a nice little spin.
Oh, what a drift. It's nice to see a GTR on the grid. And it looks like we've just got Hasib left. Only driver still on a lap.
Yep.
And he is currently down 6 tenths.
Yep, not looking great. And the
session is ending.
Yeah, I think he went off the track. So, not great. Hasib, but great for Chris. Chris in P1 with a 2:29.3. Alex in P2. The 2 attempts behind him, and a bit of more of a gap between them lot as we get into the bigger, the smaller gaps between P3 and P4 Martin, P5 Andy, P6 Bobby, P7 Paul, P8, I hurt my finger. P7 Paul, P8 Callum, P9 Dave, P10 James, P11 is Steve. Is Steve the only Beamer? No, he's not. Steve, P11. James, P12. Colin, P13. Ian, P14. P6, 15 is for Ferg. P Philip is for P Philip. P17 is Brad. P18 is Lee. P19 is Hasib.
You could make it. You've only got 4.
I can't see the other ones.
P20 is Adam. P21 is Stu. P22 Martin. And P23, Used.
Me.
Used.
Me.
Used. So, looking at that, I think Brad's going to be a bit disappointed with P17. That's
well, Brad's always got the excuses, hasn't he?
Yeah. I suppose he mustn't have had as much time to practice as he would have liked this week, as we're looking down the grid now.
Oh, there we go. This is why I'm not gonna give. Okay, I'm gonna praise though, because the artifacting
very zoomed in cameras.
No, the artifacting on the windows is very questionable. As you can see, the beautiful Fiat 500s. We've got P5. We go down the order right now. As we got music in the background and all in the back of our heads. Martin Bouchan, P6 in the only Nissan on the grid. Andy, the host of the races, also in the softs. Looks like
Bobby
everyone is on the
representing
softs.
America there.
Yep. In the McLaren and the British car, I might add. Paul Harrison in the Porsche, flashing his lights. Good job, Paul. Knew he was on camera there, on the mediums. Only one in the top 10 to have mediums, I think. Callum Jones in the McLaren as well. P10. James Gray, also on the mediums, in the Audi. I think 37 minutes to go. Yes, 37 minutes to go till the lights out. 35 seconds to go till the lights out.
Be sat here for a
Dave
little
Gill and this Audi. Soft
Get your
Steve.
hot dogs.
Steve on the mediums. Ferg with the beautifully coloured Ferrari.
Berg using the Emperor server's icon on his livery there.
Is it?
Thanks very much. Yeah, he is.
What a nice guy. Got lights up right now. 4, 5, and 6. And we're going in this hour-long race around Okayama. Coming round to the first corner. Will any incidents happen as we all go around this very tight track? Doesn't seem to be many spins right now.
There's been a bit
Alex.
of argy-bargy.
Alex is going to P1. Chris is dropping down all the way to P5. Might lose more. Yeah, he's going to lose down into P6. It's not a great start for Chris, is it? Andy's going to get to P2. Alex, hopefully, for him, will be driving away. As the pace, Pete into P2. Oh, someone's gone wide there. Looks like it's been one of the Jameses. It's James
Pete and
Gray.
Andy side by side coming down the straight towards the hairpin.
Not Bobby, Martin, I think, has to go off the track to get around Bobby. Not round Bobby, but lose out to Bobby. And oh, there's been a bit of a touch there. Not quite sure who went round. Oh, on the B.
Lots of bumps going through.
Started off so well. And now, there's been so many spins, I've lost count of how many people have spun.
Well, we have lost so many cars there. That's Ian Mowbray losing out. And 2 other cars as well losing out back there.
Well, Lee
I think
Cripps,
Martin.
I think, touched the grass a bit. Oh, and he's touched. Late. Late. That was a horrible touch in the inside.
That was a very good dodge from James to get through there.
I think that's the time. Wanny disappointed, Cam. Late. Disappointed.
Oh no, and Chris has ended up all the way back in P17. So he's going to finish a lap in P16, but he's gone from first place on the grid to P16 in 1 lap.
Oh, Martin is a nice little spin. We'll do some DHL donuts in the gravel as he comes back onto the track.
And that's Martin from P4 on the grid as well.
No, not that Martin.
Oh no, okay, it's Martin Lumen, so from P15. Not quite as drastic.
It's used, also a nice little travel on the gravel there.
Making sure it's nice in regulation. He's had a big hit there, smashed both of his windscreens, front and rear.
Did you just change to Bobby? You on Bobby right now?
No, I'm on James.
Okay, right. Roger that. We've definitely got different camera angles.
Cam, man.
It's so weird.
In practice and qualifying, it's totally fine, and then in the race, it's just all over the place. Actually, wait, I'm on Colin now. Colin Mac.
Yep.
Okay, wait, no, I may have been wrong saying I was not on Bobby.
Oh, there's a bit of a squeeze. Bit of a squeeze. The Porsche gets past quite well though. Good job by Paul. We're getting
Lee
on
now.
board. No.
P9.
Alex Paul. No, not Alex Paul. James, sorry.
Okay, well, it looks like... Oh no! Colin has had a big crash on the pit straight. Oh, that's going to affect some other cars as well.
Yeah, Lee's going to lose a lot. Colin's dropping out. I think Lee was the...
No.
Oh, that's... I think it was... Who was that? I think it was Ferg.
Alex now pulling out a nice lead.
Where is
Pete
Chris?
and then
Chris,
Bobby.
yeah, Chris got all the way up to P9 for P17 after the second lap. Oh, get Paul. Nice little spin there on the Atwood curve. Lost a bit of lot of the back end.
I think this has been the most action-packed
Yeah.
first couple of laps we've
It's been
seen
the most
so far.
action-packed as we cut to Colin, who's just come back to the pits, actually. It's been the most action-packed, and we've actually caught most of it on the autocam. Which, thankfully, we have Bradley Ward.
Bradley
in
Ward,
P10.
yeah, improved well from P17 on the grid up to P10. I guess capitalising on all of those crashes. And now we're on board with Chris, who is one place ahead of Brad on the road. Coming through the uphill section, Hobbs now coming towards the end of the track, and he's pretty close to James there. I imagine he'll be having a sniff very soon. Nasib in P15 now, so he's done well as well in the first couple of laps, gained a couple of positions. Oh, and 2 cars are off the track there. That's Andy. And is that Callum?
I assume so, yeah. Callum's just in front of him, yeah.
So I suppose maybe an incident between those two.
We have a bit of something going on in the Discord. Flip very much annoyed with the race start not being restarted. I assume he may have disconnected. But 54 minutes to go in this hour-long race. Lots of things have happened already. Hopefully, things will calm down. We'll have a bit more wheel-to-wheel racing, not wheel to bashing into other wheels racing. And I think this will have benefited the medium-tired races, because the people that span out on the softs will have lost a lot of tyre as we watch Adam on the softs driving to the blue and white barrier there.
That's a big collision. I imagine as well. I mean, a lot of the crashes we've seen have been quite severe. We'll probably be seeing people having to pit for damage.
Yep, and like I said, that will probably benefit the medium tyres drivers, because maybe they can keep
as I said
going.
Straight away,
Dave,
we're seeing cars in the pits now.
Dave's dived into the pits, and the pit window is open. So that's a very legal pit as Dave's dropping down the order, but Lee is also going into the pits. We did see him having a bit of a bump in one of the accidents.
Driving through the camera cars there, that's us.
Woo!
Give the camera a wave. But things are starting to even out a little bit now.
Just a bit.
Just a little.
Wait, am I in gaps? Oh, that's not. Intervals, there we go. I was like, why is that person 30 seconds behind the person in front of him? But no, he's not. Yeah, Alex in P1. Sound like a broken record every week. Pete is in P2. 3 seconds behind him, holding his race. Oh, that's Bobby in P3, having a bit of a spin. Martin's going to overtake him. It's a bit of damage for Bobby in his McLaren as we come around the corner just before the 2 last corners, I think. Yeah,
that is really incredible. Martin went from P4 on the grid down to what, P15 in lap 2.
Did he?
Or was that the other Martin?
That was the other Martin.
That I got confused about.
Yeah.
Okay. No,
Dave Gill comes out to the pits and stops on the grass. Doesn't look like a great day. Day for Dave. That was for some reason very hard to say.
Yep, and Dave is disconnected. Guess he's had it enough with that damage there. Doesn't want to continue.
Knows his race probably is over. I mean, we've got 51 minutes remaining. Everyone can crash. Many things can happen. But Dave deciding enough is enough. Tell you what, great race for Hasib. P13. I think called for like P20, didn't it? P21?
Yep, something around there, yeah.
Oh, Ferg has a bit of overspeed on his front tyres. Tries to correct it. Didn't quite get it though in his beautifully coloured Ferrari. Apparent Emperor Servers logo, which I have yet to see. Lee Cripps with the Cocoa Pops livery. Coming up to what's it called?
I have no idea what sentence you're trying to make now.
Have what's the turn called? To have
No, I don't know what you. I have no idea. The turn, Hobbs,
no,
hairpin.
no.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Oh,
Right, I was totally wrong. It was outward curve.
Falling down a little bit. Paul taking P13 from Hasib, and I think Lee and Martin moving up as well.
Oh, it's side by side between Ian Mowbray and Adam. We'll stay on this for right now, just in case it does change, because autocameras are cunt sometimes. But looks like Adam's going to get the inside. He is. But also, Ian's going to go down the inside of him. It's a beautiful switchback as we come round the S's. I think the Sterling S's it's called. Ow, I've got my beard stuck in my zip. There we go. Ow, that really hurt. Carry on with Ian Mowbray. Definitely getting the position. That's a great race between them two. As we will carry on with the rest of the racing, because I think Ian's going to pull away from that. James has overtaken James, just to confuse things a little. The Audi James has overtaken the Lamborghini James. And you were saying, Henry?
Mm?
There was like 4 different manufacturers in the top 5 or whatever. There's only 3 in the top 3 now, as McLaren's are catching up with the rivals. And just as I say that, Andy and Callum look like they're having a bit of a fight as Andy goes around the outside. I think Callum's just got the inside of Randy, coming up to the Sterling S's. It's the Moss S's, but I'll call it the Sterling S's. As they come up to Atwood Curve, and he's got the line. He's got the line. He looks like he's going to hold the line, but Callum, can he get the better traction out of there? Let's try and go back onto Callum. We're back on Callum. He's got to get the slipstream. He's still going to get the slipstream. He's going to make a dive down the inside on Andy to get that P5. No, he is not going to get the... I got the slipstream that I probably wanted on a long straight, and McLaren versus the McLaren. 48 minutes remaining. Henry.
Yes. My autocam has just absolutely shat itself.
Okay.
And is now consistently showing me different things to you, whereas before it was mostly the same.
No, I did switch to Callum.
Yeah, I know, but I mean for the last like 5 minutes I've been trying to...
Who are you watching right now?
I'm on with Andy right now.
Okay.
I assume you're not. I'm now on with Ian.
Yep, Ian Mowbray.
Down in P10, and he's got Adam McQueen quite close behind him. These guys have been fighting. My camera's been cutting to them a bit, and now we're seeing
Stu, yeah.
making sure that the grass is nice and up to standard, which I'm sure it was. We're not seeing much change towards the front of the field, although Martin and Bobby are very close to each other. Bobby's been closing the gap on Martin.
Yep,
and
despite...
of course, that fight between Andy and Callum that we saw, Chris has made his way all the way back up into P7. I think we'd already touched on that, but now he only has a 4-second gap to Callum, and judging on the difference in pace between them, I reckon he's going to be closing that gap pretty sharpish.
Yeah, I was like, oh, jeez, that was a dive and a half by Adam on Ian, and Adam definitely loses out on that dive.
Onto the grass.
Onto the gravel.
Onto the gravel grass track.
Sponsored by Uber Kinky, apparently.
The best of sponsors. So,
I saw the Emperor Servers logo.
Yes.
It is next to the Muppet Racing thing, but
well, that's accurate, so that's fine. They're not very good at racing. all right at everything else, though.
As a Bobby, actually looks like like you said, he's catching up to Martin, right up on his ass. As his words.
Are you going to say Paul?
No.
Paul to James?
No. I was going to say tradition, as is tradition. Okayama changes away from that fight. That's because we've got that fight going on right now. Apparently, he likes to watch Brad cross the line, who's nothing around him right now.
But it was a great lap, though. Good job, Brad.
I'm so proud of you, Brad. You know, British liveried McLaren.
He has gained a lot of places this race after quite a disappointing qualifying session. And we're back on there with Colin.
Are we?
No, that is not Colin.
We're think on James Thorburn.
Yeah, I think I'm seeing the right thing, but it's just the tower that's telling me the wrong names.
Because right now we're on board with Bobby in that fight that I wanted to watch 2 minutes ago. And so it's still going on. He's got his eyes on the Nissan's big fat ass. And, that was a big firework right outside my house. Andy Turnbull in P5 being hunted down by Callum. As that fight will probably be reignited. That we saw earlier when Callum dipped out a bit. Didn't get the thing done. Was on board with James and James again. The battle of the Jameses. The battle of the Lamborghini versus the Audi. As James, he touches the grass a bit there, I think. May lose a bit out. A bit of FPS loss, but it's fine. No one needs frames in racing games. Oh, Bobby and Martin are in a bit of a fight. I think Bobby has lost out on that. I think probably Bobby maybe tried to dive down the inside and maybe lost it. So he's now 1 second behind. Oh, it's gaining him a bit again, but it'll take a bit to try and get back at him.
We've still got close fights going on between Bobby and Martin and Callum and Andy. I think both of them may be just sitting back, waiting for an opportunity to present itself now. As we know, those guys are all very close on pace, so unless some of them make a mistake, I think we're all going to stay bunched up, at least until the pit stops.
Adam, after his big old dive on Ian, straight back up on the ass of Ian. Only now 5 times apparently. The difference between them two. Yeah. Thankfully, Henry, things have calmed down a little.
We have some room to breathe. I'm trying to fix whatever's going on with this, but I don't think I can, so I'm giving up.
Excellent. Bobby.
I'm gonna
hoping to cut a oh, Bobby weaving a little.
Attention again.
Not quite sure Bobby was doing that. And maybe touched the grass a bit too much more than he liked.
Might just be trying to scare Martin by letting him know that he's there. Who knows?
Yeah.
He's very close. Looks like he's carrying a bit of damage as well.
Yeah, it does look like he is, as he used, I think. Oh no, he didn't let a blue flag by. He was just losing some places, I think. Maybe Martin. Oh, Use is definitely carrying some damage. His windscreen is definitely damaged from something. Lauren Bodley right now, who's had a big old spin. Spins back round. They go straight. Oh, he's lost. He's lost like 2 places there, unfortunately. Like Ian and Adam are having a fight, which will be lovely to watch. There we go. Yep, there we go. I think it's freeway. It's a freeway. There's a beamer involved as well. Oh, that's a bit naughty. That was a bit naughty, Adam. I think we'll have to pull this out. Disappointed, Wanny.
Very disappointed in the moves being made.
I think some words maybe being transferred between them two in the team speak.
Ooh. Oh no. Well, I was having a look at Bobby. I was going to say he's lining up a move on Martin, but then he has a bit of oversteer into the last corner and actually has dropped a lot of time down the straight. I have to put in that work again to close the gap.
Yeah, seems like the thing that's been happening between Bobby and Martin is that exactly. Bobby gets finally up to him, and then maybe it doesn't do the pass that he wants to do as Adam goes off the track again. Goes onto the grass and comes back onto the track.
A bit of a day to forget, I think, for Adam here. I think we've only seen him crashing so far.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alex, for taking, I think there was I assume it was a blue flag. Looked a bit dangerous. But 1.5 seconds behind him is Pete. Doesn't look to be challenging. Chris still in P7. Doesn't look like he's caught. Oh, that's a voice crack. Caught up much to Callum.
I think he's actually dropped back a little bit since we last touched
4
in,
seconds, wasn't it?
Yeah, he might be carrying a bit of damage and struggling to keep up with the pace. But he might fix that after the pit stop. We will have to see. Yeah, all about recovery now for Chris, trying to drive his way through the pack and get to where he can. I don't think he'll have a chance of catching Alex, but everybody else is probably at least a potential fight for him to take. Looking at Chris, it doesn't seem like he has too much damage. Oh, as we're seeing Juiced go for a little spin and gets himself well out of the way as to not block anybody on the racing line. Very nice to see. And is now rejoining the track down in P20. Not quite last, but not too far off it. And I think I stand corrected. We've seen more unforced errors today than I expected so far. So obviously the driver's struggling to kind of get into the groove on this track.
Yeah, it is. It's a short track, but a taxing track. If that makes any sense.
I think maybe those initial collisions might have thrown some people off. There's a lot of people driving with damage and driving with damaged tyres. And I guess that'll be affecting them too.
I'll tell you what. Pete, under a second difference between him and Alex. Well, now as soon as I said, oh, well, it's come back under. Pete, definitely putting a bit of pressure on Alex. As we've come down to 38 minutes, just over halfway through. No race. And definitely things are opening up. As I say that, Paul goes around James.
Right there, yeah. Paul going around James. Into...
Oh.
I'm not even sure where they are. The last corner, I think. Yep.
Yeah, they are now.
Cut away.
I don't think I ever... Why would I download a track skin, Joe? I don't think I've downloaded a track skin. We've got Ian. And a bit of a track... I think he's scared of the Lamborghini. He has a magnet on the Lamborghini. But it does have Steve just behind him, but we got on board with Bobby, who's got Andy behind him. No one wants that. His Steve's going wide on the last corner. Nice little touch of the gravel. He's going to lose another place. Great start for Hasib in the first place, but he's losing places a lot right now. And he's got Adam coming round. Not going to go down the inside this time now. Okay, right, he's going to go down the inside because Hasib decided to go into the gravel. Steve? Oh, looks like he was going to go down the inside. Backed out a bit. Is going to get the slipstream on the long corner. Long corner? Yes, the long straight. Going to open his... Okay, we're going to swap because there's a more important battle apparently happening right now. Martin is lapping someone. Thank you, Autocam. But I tell you what, Henry. 3 temps. Alex, Pete.
I know.
As we're on board with them right now. Pete right up on the arse.
A big surprise.
Of Alex. Alex may have fucked up somewhere. Maybe it doesn't look like he's got damage on his car right now, but it's Pete. Definitely putting the pressure on Alex. Could have been Chris. Chris fucked it, but Pete putting the pressure all up on the arse of that Lamborghini in his McLaren.
Losing a lot of time through this middle sector though. He dropped back about 5/10 there. But maybe it could be that if Alex is suffering for straight line speed, then Pete might be gaining down the straights. We'll probably get that information soon.
Yeah, I mean...
Although actually, it looks like Alex is struggling to get turned in as well as he's coming up the back sector of the track, coming through turn 9 and 10. And let's see what it's like on the straight here. Ooh, Pete's getting a bit wobbly.
I mean, Alex looked a bit wobbly in there, and looks like Alex is gonna... Pete is gonna get the slipstream a bit too far back.
Alex is pulling away all the way down the straight. So, no, it seems that they're just both...
oh, Jesus Christ.
Carrying about the same speed. A car off the track there, I'm assuming that was a blue flag.
I think it was Stu.
It had to be a blue flag, because first and second place is what we're watching. Very interesting. Okay, so yeah, we'll keep an eye on that, but Pete's falling back a little bit.
Yeah, he's falling back now. As soon as we start to watch an actual fight happening, things stop happening. I'm on board with Bobby right now. Looks like he's under pressure from Andy. You see the pressure in his eyes and his driver model. Looks very scared. Oh wait, he looks dead-eyed. 2 temps between him and Bobby. Andy and Bobby, sorry.
Andy moving to the outside of the track. Oh, and he's very late on the brakes there. Can he hold the outside? No, Bobby's going to hold him off. Oh no, he does. He gives him the space. Okay, coming through, and they tap a little bit. But I think Bobby's going to be okay there, and Andy's going to take the position. Rough but fair, I would say there. Pushing his way through, but
Yep.
not too bad. And Bobby's actually been falling back from Martin quite a lot. He was on pace to catch up with Martin earlier, but obviously been falling away. And Callum now has actually gained on both of those two a little bit from that fight, but he is a couple of seconds up the road from Bobby now.
Right, back onto Okayama, and we're on board with Ferg with a very, very damaged windscreen.
So coming up to halfway through the race, it'll be interesting to see who blinks first for the pit stop. Pete might be able to do a little undercut here.
Yeah, he's dropped down to 1.2 seconds. He was about 5 temps off Bobby. Also keeping with Andy, to be fair. 1.6 seconds off him. Pete looks like he is not under pressure. Why are you showing me this? And that's some lapped cars, that's probably what it was. Maybe Alex had to deal with some lapped cars that he didn't want to deal with. Oh, Jesus Christ. How's Martin dealing with Ferg? I think, yep, Ferg. It was a bit of a light little touch between them two. Looks like they're both going the way they want to. Nobody's going the wrong way. That's what we like.
Maybe it would spice things up if somebody decided to take the track in reverse.
Yeah.
Wouldn't say no.
A little wild card.
Yeah. Just, you got to be
ready to
dodge at any moment.
Get your wheel out.
Take the
Put the Fiat 500.
500 that were in there. Take the Fiat out for a spin. Liven things up. And Pete's definitely falling away from Alex now. 1.4 seconds at the start of this new lap. I wonder if Alex had a bit of an incident to bring him back into Pete.
So what I would assume board with Bradley Ward is he goes past Adam. But Callum
Jones is in the pits.
Callum was like he's been the first to bite in the pits.
Yeah. And let's see where he comes out. He's in P10 now. He's gonna
probably P11.
Lose that P11. So just behind James now.
Wait, what? I don't think he lost that many places in that. And he does. It looks like he's got quite a bit of a air between him and James. So, if he puts the lap times in, he could do something good.
Pitted from P6, and he wasn't too far behind Bobby in P5. So it will be interesting to see where Bobby comes out when he decides to pull the trigger on his pit stop.
Yeah, it's all about track position, especially with this many drivers on the track and this very difficult place to pass. That's a nice, good job, Pessy. He let someone by, and he actually went off the racing line, slowed down a bit, and let them past. Very nice to see. We can actually see a lovely Fiat 500. What a nice car.
Yep, waving to the camera.
Oh, there's a spin by Ferg, who's going to lose a position. Martin's going to go past. Lee's very far behind, and I think he's going to get past. Oh. That's a bit of damage.
Andy is in the pits now.
He is.
And we see Callum is coming round the final corner as Andy sets off. I think that's going to be pretty close.
Andy's coming out of the pits right now. Where's Callum?
No. Okay, no, Callum's crossing the line right now.
Okay.
So
Andy's going
managed to
finish the first corner.
there.
Going around the second corner is Andy. Looks like he's it was a good pit stop for Andy. He's got a lot of free time between him and the things in front of him. No lapped cars. And Used is also coming into the pits. Probably going to fix all that windscreen damage he's got.
Indeed, hopefully. So now the question is, when is Bobby going to pit? And when are the leaders going to pit?
Yeah.
As Callum actually, it looks like James and Andy are fighting for P9. And it's brought Callum right into contention as Andy, I think, somebody goes off the track. Not sure who that was. That may have been a back marker that they were passing, actually.
Yeah, Bobby's gone to P1. Chris is going to P2. Alex.
That means
Pete and Martin have all gone to the pits. He overtook Alex in the pits, but I assume that's because he got in there first. Alex is coming out of the pits right now. Who's he going to come up behind? Is he going to come behind lots of cars? Looks like he's going to... Oh, he is behind Ferg. Is Ferg going to let him past?
And James is going into the pits as well from P10. That lets Callum back through.
Yeah, Ferg and let him past easily. So Alex is going to have a nice little free air to get the times that he wants. Callum's gone up to P8. James and Paul.
Stops. Yep, just the pit stops. That leaves Bobby as the only of the top runners to have not taken his pit stop.
I don't think Chris has taken his pit stop.
No, well, yeah, but Chris wasn't one of the top runners. He was in P6 or 7.
Wow.
So, yeah,
wow.
Chris now in P2, but still to take his pit stop.
You have to do him like that.
You have to do him dirty like that.
Fucking hell.
Look, he wasn't. Well, he is, I suppose, in the grand scheme of the entry list. And actually, looks like Bobby is now diving into the pits.
Yep, Chris goes into P1. Bobby is diving into the pits, like Henry said.
And now I'm going to keep my eyes on Callum, because that was the fight that was ongoing on the track.
Also, Brad's going to dive into the pits. Martin's going to P4.
But I think that Bobby's going to come out ahead of Callum here. Unless he has a lot of damage to repair. Has he set off yet? He's setting off right now. It is going to be close. But I think Bobby's going to be ahead quite handily there.
Yep. Ooh, just probably.
Yep, and Callum actually goes a bit deep into T1.
Yeah, there's a 1.4 seconds gap right now. 1.6, yep. 1.7, yep.
Yeah, Callum, very similar to when Callum pitted originally.
That looks like... No, tactics are working right now for people. Unless Chris has a ginormous, amazing tactic. That keeps him in P1. Brad's going to drop down into P10. Looks like he's going to keep that for now. He's got two people in front of him who were fighting, actually. Oh, is he going to lose that position? James Gray's going to go around the outside. Is he going to keep it? James Gray's going to lose that, I think. And Stu...
Well, they're still fighting. James is holding it.
And James is going to take it,
ahead. Yep, and going through the S's. Yep, James Gray very much ahead. Can Brad fight back here? He's having a look at the inside, and James has gone very deep, and Brad's got that easily.
But there is a long straight coming. Can James get this slipstream that he wants? Is right up on his ass. Will he go for the inside line? Will Brad defend well? We're going to probably, for some stupid reason, switch.
Yeah, James backed off. James backed off there. He braked very early and let Brad go.
So, looks like it's going to be a fight to carry on all the way. That's James all the way up, putting the pressure on Brad.
Oh, and he's having a... Oh, that's a very cheeky look to the inside going up the hill. And actually, he might be able to switch back here. He's going for it. Taking a late apex. He's got a very good run out. And they're going side by side. Let's see if James can hold this inside. Very tricky. Oh, he nearly understeers out into Brad, but just about leaves him space. And a very good run out of the last corner is going to let him easily past.
Yeah, Brad touched the grass.
Hard fought there, but James made the move stick. And Brad's got a lot of work to do to try and catch back up there.
Unless Brad drops out of the points, but I don't think that's how the points work in this championship. So, Brad drops 1 point, probably.
I believe you're right, yes. I'm just checking. Yep, he'll have dropped 1 point.
Well, Lee Cripps deciding to do some donuts on the track. Well, off the track. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was close. As we watch Lee come back onto the track. Good job, Lee. But almost killing someone, but not killing someone. And we're on board with Pete, who's got the eyes of Martin dead in his sights.
Andy right behind Pete as well.
Very much a fight between them, what? Tell you what, Henrik, we'll go on board with Andy while you commentate over that. Good job. Good luck.
Excellent. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Good luck. Yeah.
Thank you. I assume you're leaving. I will carry on. And he's having a just watching these two really, doing his best, coming into the outward curve, and gaining a lot there on Pete on the brakes, but actually going a little bit deep, losing again on the exit. Coming towards a blue marker here, a blue flag, who is very nicely laying all three cars through. No worries there. Bit too far back for a move here for Andy. It's just going to keep it nice and relaxed. Continuing through the lap, so these guys very close, and I guess the question now is, when does Chris pit? He's got about a 20-second gap to Alex in P2. Well, I mean, that's not going to be enough. Alex will definitely take that P1 back, but it's a question of whether Chris can bring himself out into some air and bring himself out ahead of this battle for P3. 26 seconds, which seems a little bit more likely to be possible. And he's falling away now from Pete and Martin. But it looks like Pete is going to get a chance here, as he gets a very good exit, but Martin's right in the middle of the track. Pete doesn't know where to go. Andy has a little tap on Pete. He's not going to be happy about that. But not a lot he could have really done to avoid that situation. And Pete's lost out from getting a bit too adventurous, I think, in a place where he didn't really have any space to go into. Welcome back, Danny.
Thank you. Looks like Steve's going to dive into the pits. And the question is, when's Chris going to pit?
It is indeed. You'd think he will have to pit quite soon. He's gone a lot deeper into the race than anybody else has.
He did lose out a bit on the start. I think
he's currently holding his gap to Alex pretty well, but
yep.
I mean, it's too big. He's going to come out behind Alex. I was saying, I think the question is, where does he come out in relation to this battle for P3?
Yeah, and there's definitely a battle going on for P3, isn't there? Martin, Andy, and Pete all in the battle. Lots of people have been looking at the back of that Nissan throughout this race. Steve's coming out the pits. Will he pose any danger to this battle for P3? As they probably get a blue flag.
Yeah,
He
it
gets
would be a blue flag, I believe. Yeah, Martin's been doing a very good job of making that Nissan very wide, but actually, Andy's having a look. But he's going to have the outside of this corner. Oh, Martin's braking early and is getting a bit loose as well, riding the curbs a bit and giving Pete an opportunity for a run through the S. And he's taking it. Taking the defensive line into Atwood. And it doesn't look like Martin's quite got enough. Oh, but Pete's getting a bit loose on the exit, and Martin's going to have a run now. But Pete takes the defensive inside line. Martin is going to come alongside as we go into the hairpin. Going for a switchback here. But Pete covers it off well. Doesn't give Martin any space to stick his nose in.
Yeah. And throughout all this, Andy is pulling away as much as he can, taking advantage of this fight that's going on, especially with the blue flag behind them. That probably is trying to take advantage of this as well. You have the right to unlock yourself, as one person embassy said.
Do it, Ocon. Do it. And yeah, that gap's opening up quite a lot now. Martin falling away from Pete and Andy pulling away from Pete. So things are starting to get a little bit more roomy, a bit more spaced out as they usually do at this point in the race.
Martin's just under threat bit by Hasib as we come around the Atwood curve. Atwood curve. The two Lamborghinis battling out. It wasn't an Atwood curve. I was lying. Just the last corner right now.
And as we've noted, Chris is still yet to pit.
Are you sure he hasn't pit?
Alex is starting to close the gap now. 18 seconds. Yep, definitely hasn't pitted.
Martin getting past Hasib. Lots of things happening down below, I think, rather than up top of the tables. Hasib. Oh, Jesus Christ. Adam and something else. I think Stu? Yeah, Adam and Stu have had a bit of a touch, and Adam drives off away from Stu. Not quite sure who was at fault there, but I assume some words have been traded in the team speak.
I reckon in a few laps we might be seeing Bobby having a little look at Martin for P5. He's not close yet, but he is closing the gap.
Yeah, Brad also looks like right now. Maybe. No. Maybe. Okay. Maybe it was a part of the track that is faster on, because Brad looked like he was having a bit of a look on James. He's in a big sandwich of James's.
Yeah, those guys are quite close, aren't they? Thorburn, Brad and Gray. James Gray and James Thorburn.
Tell you what, who keeps showing up? Hasib and Martin having a bit of a fight. Hasib 4 tenths. There's 1 tenth behind him, I think, on the pit straight. Looks like it's calmed down a bit.
And Hasib, we said, had done well at the start of the race, still holding P15.
Yeah. Gained, I think, 5 or 6 places.
Yeah. I think, from P19 on the grid. So, yeah. Doing pretty good there. As we see... Well, I don't know if you see... But Bobby is definitely closing that gap to Martin.
Yep. Oh, And also Paul. Paul with a spin. Got James behind him, I don't think it is. That's Lee behind him in his Cocoa Pops livery.
Definitely the most, or maybe the second most memorable livery
After
on the
Ferg,
grid is
I
that
assume?
Cocoa Pops. After Ferg with the multicoloured
Yeah.
presentation.
Yeah. 15 and 40 seconds remaining. And, fuck all's happening, Henry.
Yeah, how the time flies when you're racing.
It's a big old reminder. Oh, Jesus Christ. Adam spins out. Thinks he could lose that to Stu. Stu's going to drive off away from Adam. Big old reminder of what happened last week in Bahrain. Adam's still backwards.
Oh, that was close, and that's letting Bobby actually get even closer to Martin. And he's going to have a good exit here, good traction. Having a look on the outside through Hobbs. And again, very, very aggressive driving here from Bobby, but very well placed.
Is he going to go down the inside? He is. He's going to go. Oh, it was a bit of a touch. Bit of a touch.
And he was very unlucky there that turned him sideways like that. But
yeah. Looks like Martin's
definitely
going to drive off.
out into Martin there.
Yeah.
And that has brought Bobby very close to Callum.
Callum?
Although Callum hasn't quite got the overspeed, I don't think. Ooh,
Is he not? He
might
might do. He might do. He might do.
Oh, God, Callum.
Callum's going to get.
like
I mean,
them
Brad. Yeah. Brad, Bobby, Callum. There we go. Bobby is going to get the inside. And it looks like he's going to get another track position. I'm going to hold his position after that bit of racing contact. That's what we like. It was a racing incident, I think. Maybe. We'll have to go back and watch it.
Yeah. So Callum in P7 qualified in P8 for the race, so he's gained one position. Did well to avoid most of the carnage, I think. We'll have Bobby in his sights now. We'll see which one of them has got more pace. And Chris is now, with 14 minutes left, going into the pits. So, let's see where he's going to come back out again. As Alex is now coming into the last corner.
Yeah.
Just as Chris stops in his pit box. So, yeah, Alex definitely taking P1 back.
And it coming round the last corner as well.
But I think Chris is actually going to gain a place or two from this.
Still in
as
the
Callum is now coming round the last corner.
Where is Pete? Pete's coming round the thingy now. Martin's just coming
Chris
out
is
now.
away.
Oh, is he going to defend it from Martin? He is. He's going to get to P4. How much can he hold on to this? Chris doing a really good job holding on to this position, holding on this long. All the pits in his Audi. How much can he gain as well? Can he maybe look forward and maybe get to Pete with 12 minutes remaining? Still a fair chunk of race time to go.
Yeah, and much fresher tyres on that Audi now.
Yep. Nice job by Stu, getting out of the way. The blue flags as we're on board for me on Martin. Nice little in-board shot. Looks like he's gonna lose out a bit of time. I think Chris may be a bit too fast for him. As he definitely pulls away. We're back onto auto cam. Because we're on board with Callum apparently.
Yeah, Callum has been falling away from Bobby, so I was saying earlier that he might be able to challenge for P6. It doesn't look like it. Looks like Bobby's got the pace to pull away. And maybe even the pace to catch Martin in P5.
Yeah,
so
Callum don't have much to lose, to be fair. Paul's 28 seconds behind Callum. Brad actually just overtook James. Never mind, James just overtook Brad. Brad's back into the James sandwich.
Oh,
and
no.
the James sandwich looks like it's trying to get back at Brad. Because James looks like he is only 4 temps behind him.
And they've got a blue flag there. Oh, not quite letting them through, having it. Oh yeah, doing a good job there, staying on the inside on the exit.
No, 49 minutes gone now. In this hour-long race. 11 minutes to go. Not much, well, quite a bit changed actually.
As Chris has completely closed that gap to Pete now.
Exactly, that's what I was saying. He was going to look for the podium. After that terrible start for him. After the pole position. And the qualifying dropped back a lot. And I can't tell.
Oh, and he's bumping Pete's bumper. What can't you tell?
I'll hold it off as we're on Chris. Alright up in the ass of the McLaren of Pete.
I think this one's just going to be a matter of time. Chris has got a lot more pace right now.
Yep. Chris has got the pace. He's got the tyres. Can he have the speed on the pit straight? I don't think he's going to get the pace on here. He's going to have to go around. Gonna go around him, hopefully. For Pete's sake. Not for Chris's sake. Not for Pete's sake. Yeah, for Pete's sake.
That's what I thought you were going for there. For Pete's sake, make the move, Chris. Oh, and he's lining
there
it up here, late on the brakes.
Like you said, it was going to happen sooner or later. Chris is going to get a position up into the podium places.
Into the podium places, indeed. And it looks like Bobby is actually, while we've been watching that, Bobby has made his way past Martin for P5. But Martin is having a bit of a look back again, but I don't think he's going to be close enough. And unfortunately that we missed that one. It had been brewing for a while, but Bobby has made it up into P5 there. So, yeah, been a bit unfortunate for Martin, just falling down the grid for the last half hour or so.
Alright, no need to rub it in, Henry. Jesus Christ. It's Steve, I think, the 50th time today. He's diving into the pits. I don't think that's a true fact. That's just my brain thinking that he's always been in the pits. This may be his first time in the pits. I don't know.
I'm also not sure. I haven't been following that one too closely.
Oh, look at Brad Ward. Brad Ward is doing a thing. Yep, Chris
Still
Redmond.
in the James sandwich.
Yeah, Chris Redmond's done a fastest lap, 130.2.
Yep, now that he's in the clean air. But he's got a big gap ahead of him now. I don't think he's
I'm gonna say it is. The big question is,
up.
can he get the 5 seconds in front, 6 seconds basically, and 2 in front of him? Andy always blaming it on something.
Let's see. Andy's last lap was Andy's last lap was 2.2 seconds slower than Chris's.
That's about
so
3 laps away.
there is a chance that Chris could close that gap if he continues his current pace and Andy continues his current pace.
That he will do. Because I think Andy probably had a bit of an incident, maybe a blue flag. I don't know. We didn't see. As Andy is having a Henry race. I feel.
Brandy. Out in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere in P2. Not bad for him, to be fair. Doing quite
well. I think he'd be happy with a P2 finish. Especially with all the pandemonium that this race has been bringing us.
Indeed, look at Lord with Ferg in the blue flag bay. And I feel like I say this every race. Things are starting to spread out a bit, but we're on board with Steve, who just came out of the pits, and he's got Ian in his sights. 3 attempts in front of him. Callum now. Not quite sure why we're on board with him. Maybe, no.
I think it was just because he was finishing a lap, maybe. Callum is slightly faster than Martin ahead.
Oh, Steve's going to get on the inside of Ian. Steve's going to get the position on Ian after his pit. Hopefully, some more clean racing from them. It looks like it's going to be. Steve's going to drive away after his pit stop and new fresh tyres. Away. What I was going to say before oh, Jesus Christ, Colin's died still to the wall. What I was going to say before the Chris
Action.
The action happened was. Do you have the ACC tower on?
Tower. Yeah, I do.
To the left of the logos. Is that the tyre wear?
Good question. Don't know. We can find out next week.
Because someone was on red and now they're not on red, and I don't know who it was.
It could well be because, although actually, no, I'm not sure. I don't think it is.
What could it be?
How excited they are.
Tell you what, Bobby
Bobby's
is always
Bobby
so
is
excited.
very excited. Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't think it's tyres because Chris's is as low as all the cars around him, and he pitted very late. So, but,
he could be on
sure.
softs. They could be on mediums, so it didn't wear that much.
Perhaps. Who knows?
Who knows?
And
What?
Chris is definitely closing that gap to Andy. Now only
2.5 seconds.
6.
Excuse me.
2.5? Oh yeah, 2.6 seconds. Wow. Okay, yeah, he's closing that gap quickly now.
four
I didn't
and a half.
realise he was.
Just over
his last-
4.5 minutes.
Yeah, his last
Take it
lap
out.
was 1.8 seconds faster.
Oh, he is
than
keeping the pace
Andy's.
then.
Yeah.
Definitely went onto softs. Definitely got low fuel. Hopefully, for his sake, put in as much quality laps as he can do. James on my screen is closest right now. Just in front of him is Brad. Still in the James sandwich.
I've been driving under a lot of pressure, Brad, for a lot of laps now, doing a good job to hold on to that position.
Yep.
Up 7 places from his qualifying into
Yeah.
P10.
Good job by Brad. But we do have to give credit to Chris. We know he's fast. Oh, looks like James has broken the Brad sandwich. I mean, James sandwich.
No, I cursed him. I shouldn't have said anything. Commentators curse.
Brad may have fucked up a bit because he's 3.5 seconds almost behind the James. So now it's a Bradless James sandwich.
James and a bit more James. And actually, Chris now very close to Andy, and Bobby very close to Pete as well for P4. I think we're going to have 2 little fights to end our session here. It's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, as Sky always does, we're going to focus on the higher battle, as it were.
Yeah. It looks like they are a bit closer. Yeah, Chris is definitely closer to Andy than Bobby is to Pete.
We come around to the second last corner where the pit entry is, and now...
Oh, there's a blue flag joining the track!
Oh,
on
Jesus
the apex.
Christ, I think that was... I don't know.
It's
Colin.
the Castrol livery
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
of, I think it is Colin. But they
Maybe.
just about got away with it. That was very
Yeah,
close. though.
yep. I think Chris may have lost a bit of time out of that. But he's still got Andy in his sights. So only half a second between them both. As we come around the Moss S's. Beautiful corners. Especially probably in the GT3s as we come around the Atwood curve. Especially a good corner as we come up to the long straight before the hairpin. And Chris, get the slipstream that he probably wants right now to get past the bollard. That is Andy. He's going to go around the outside and he's going to go down the inside. Oh, there's some really good racing right now. Chris with the fresher tyres.
Yeah, you can see how much later he can brake.
Yep,
Crazy.
trying to get past the roadblock of Andy. Oh, he's gonna get such a better exit out of there. He's gonna get on the inside. He's not gonna go down the inside. Oh, Andy's gonna break a bit later. Gets around the corner though. Some great racing between these two as they come around this corner, which I don't know the name of. Revolver? Probably. Oh, Chris is so close. So close to Andy as we come around the last corner right now. Onto the pit straight. Andy's going to go wide. Hit the gravel. Chris is going to get that position done.
Oh, I didn't. Just needed to put him under pressure, and we saw Andy making that mistake in qualifying. I feel like that corner is Andy's pain point on the track today. And Chris recovering all the way up to P2.
Yep,
Very impressive drive today.
Tell you what, that's my driver of the day. That is it though? Wane, is it? Wane questions himself.
I don't know.
Because he did start in pole actually, didn't he?
He did. But then the recovery drive was very good. I think.
Recovery drive was good.
We don't know if the collision at the start was his fault.
True.
If it wasn't, then I'd say, yeah, definitely driver of the day there. Bobby's done a very good drive as well, but actually falling back away from Pete here as I think you disconnected from the server. So we'll have to have some without video commentary for the last lap. Bobby's not going to get that position back from Pete. And we've got 5 seconds remaining in the session as Alex comes towards the second to last corner. Going to bring it home nicely in his Applecado sponsored Lamborghini. Going past the blue marker as he does it. To finish the race in P1. Congratulations to Alex. A very solid drive again. No mistakes. Kept it nice and clean. Chris now coming around the last corner. Also to cross the line in P2. Great recovery drive from Chris today. I'll be very happy with that, I think. Andy crossing the line in P3. And a good race from Andy. Pete coming across the line now quite close to Andy in P4. Followed very closely by Bobby in P5. Again, Martin very close to that fight. Finishes in P6. And Callum in P7. Finishing exactly where he qualified, I believe. And now we've got quite a big gap back to Paul, coming into the second to last corner now to finish the race in P8. And James Gray and Thorburn. James Gray and James Thorburn coming around in P9 and P10 respectively. To finish the race, Bradley Ward following them round into P11. Held on to P10 for a very long time there, Brad. He'll be a little disappointed to have dropped that place, but still improving from P17 on the grid to finish the race in P12. And it looks like Ian has gone off the track in P12 and lost P12, I think, to Martin. Or maybe not. No, Ian had already finished. And Hasib is now finished in P14. Lee Cripps in P15. Colin Mack in P16. Steve Arnell P17. Berg P18. And I think those are all the cars that were a lap down and so had already finished the race without crossing the line. That's where that bit of confusion came from. And that's our grid. Danny, what happened to your game?
Let's blame Assetto Corsa because
Excellent.
I was just watching and it crashed.
Well, I'm glad it held on until the last minute. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, thank you for rounding off the grid.
Yeah,
very interesting race though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it made a bit of sense without the video. Yeah, it was. I'm looking forward. You know what I really want to see? A race where neither Chris or Alex have an incident and we see them actually race each other in the race, because it always seems like one of them is in an incident and we don't get the battle that we want between the two top drivers. But yeah, some really good fights today. Bobby again providing a lot of entertainment, moving up the field. Andy with a really solid race today. Bit unfortunate for Martin. I think he must have I don't know, carried some damage or something. Lost a lot of pace towards the end. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Did you?
Yeah, it was good. Thanks for watching, Rod. It says thanks for the commentary, guys.
User entered your channel.
Hello, Kyle.
Thanks very much, Rob.
User
Hello.
entered.
Glad
Hi.
you liked it. And we're getting some of the drivers showing up. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
Good, bad?
I had a terrible lap 1 because as I took off, I had CPU usage 99% for the first.
Oh yeah, Brad,
half.
I had that as well. So if I had it, you must have been dying.
We
Yeah, it
don't
was
care.
bad.
Thanks, guys, for watching back.
Mind if I talk to you for a few minutes? Oh, that's alright.
Can you hear me call your name in the morning? I know that you don't sleep too well through the night. With the rain outside always pouring, so why don't you just wrap my arm around